click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger. Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we're going to go back to the basics. We are covering an educational video on what exactly is a Demat account. In this particular detailed review, we will talk about the basics of a Demat account. How exactly is it going to help you in your trading? What are the objectives of it? How can you actually open a Demat account for yourself? Things you must check before opening a Demat account with a stockbroker. What are the documentations required to open a Demat account for yourself? And finally, we'll look at the positives and negatives of opening a Demat account for your trading. So let's get started. So for our beginner friends, we'll start with the very basics. Demat account basically is going to store your shares in an electronic format. Now Demat is coming from Dematerialized, so all your shares that were supposedly used to be stored in a file format, in a physical format, now they can be saved electronically and can be accessed online with the help of a Demat account. Now apart from shares, the securities, you can also store mutual funds, government bonds, ETFs, so all kind of stuff is available for you to put into your Demat account. So the way it basically works is very simple. When you place a trade, when you buy a trade in the exchange, in lieu of the monetary amount you pay, you get shares credited to your Demat account. And similarly, once you sell these shares from your Demat account, the corresponding amount of shares are deducted from the Demat account, and the money you get from selling those shares is transferred to your trading account. Now in India, these Demat accounts are basically provided through either of the two regulatory depositories. There is CDSL and there is NSDL. Different stockbrokers or depository participants have memberships with either one or both of these depositories in India. Now different stockbrokers levy different account opening charges, Demat account maintenance charges, some people call it AMC. Now account opening is one-time cost, while maintenance charge is yearly. It's going to be paid. Then we have some of the very interesting facts related to our Demat account. Now every Demat account is linked to your PAN card. So PAN card is a mandatory document. If you do not have a PAN card, apply for one. Otherwise you will not be able to open a Demat account for yourself. Now not every stockbroker has the access of opening a Demat account for you. So by the discussion, they will tell you that yes, they will open the account, but in the background they have some sort of partnership running with any other depository participant who basically opens their account for them, and in a sense that is the depository participant that is operating your Demat account. So this particular stockbroker is just a face, simply because they do not have the license of opening the Demat accounts yet. Now with each Demat account there is a unique identification number always, which is obviously linked to your PAN card. Now this unique identification number helps SEBI, helps regulatory bodies to identify you as a trader or an investor in the Indian stock market. You can always transfer your shares from one Demat account to another. There is not much of a problem. We have in fact set up a new specific video for that. We have recorded this video a few months back. You can check that out on our channel as well. Then a lot of people get confused in saying that how many accounts can I open? Well, you can open as many bank accounts and as many Demat accounts. So it's very much similar to a bank account where there is no limitation on the maximum cap of those accounts. And similarly, in this case, there is no cap that these are the number of Demat accounts you can open as an investor. But make sure that whatever Demat accounts you're opening, there might be some sort of AMC charges related. You don't want to burden yourself with unnecessary costs. Then finally, there is no minimum shares requirement like you go for a current account in a bank account, right? In that particular case, you see that there is a minimum amount that you need to maintain. Now this is something which is not in line with the Demat account. You can even open a Demat account with 0 shares in it. You can keep it that way as much as you want. This is your account at the end of the day. So next thing we would like to discuss is how exactly you can open a Demat account for yourself. Now there are a few steps involved. You will be provided with an account opening form from your stockbroker. Some of the basic details such as name, address, contact information, signatures will be required from your end. The executive, the broker, will have that whatever broker you have chosen will be providing you with Demat account agreements. So there will be terms and conditions document. There will be information on payment, the charges that you're going to pay, and there will be a POA, power of attorney document, one of the most crucial documents you should be looking at. So basically our advice is that spend some time, don't just sign on all kinds of documents they provide to you. Take some time, take an hour or two, read out every little thing. Make sure that there is nothing against your trading style, against your investment preferences, so that you don't get into a soup later once you have opened the account. Now you will be required to pay an account opening fee, which is again, like we mentioned, is a one-time cost. Furthermore, there will be AMCs. Make sure you check all kinds of charges involved with that particular stockbroker. Once the documents are validated, now there will be documents as well that you will need. Now this document, we will talk about these documents, but these are not really that these are very generic documents every sort of a trader investor has. So once these documents are validated by the broker, that can be done through a physical meeting, and that can also be done through an online call like a WhatsApp or a Skype call these days. This is kind of a generic thing. Now after all the above documents, all the processes are taken care of, you will be assigned a unique Demat account number by that stockbroker so that they can identify you as a unique entity in the overall system. You will also be provided with login credentials of different trading platforms such as a mobile trading app or terminal software, so that once you get into the trading environment, you will be able to use these applications for your day-to-day investments. Moving ahead, now let's talk about specific things that you want to definitely check out in a Demat account before actually opening one. Now, these are not in any random, not in any specific order. These are random entities. Now, you have to see which is important for you, which is not, and based on that, you can make a choice. Now, first of all, you need to see what is the type of the broker. It is bank-based stockbroker like ICICI Direct, Vortex Securities, or HDFC Securities. Is it a full service broker like Angel Broking for that matter, or is it a discount broker like Zerodha? Now these are different kinds of brokers. We have complete reviews in fact of these stockbrokers and more on our channel. You can check them out. Each broker has a different positive and negative, and based on your trading style you can pick one. Then understand all kinds of charges and not just account opening charges. Now there are brokerage rates, which is a recurring cost post on every trade you place in the stock market. There are transaction charges, there is SEBI turnover fees, there are stamp duties, there is GST, of course. A lot of charges are very generic in nature, pretty common across the stockbrokers, but still you need to understand what this particular stockbroker charges in form of a written communication. You can check our brokerage calculator on ourdigitalblogger.com as well to understand these charges involved with different stockbrokers. Then see what kind of investment classes they offer. Do they have a product to trade or invest in an IPO? Commodity, currency, mutual funds, insurance, equity, so multiple range there. Just see what suits you, what does not. Then how easy or difficult is it to open the account? Is it possible online, or you have to stick with the offline process? What are the kind of branches they have? Do you want really the broker to have an offline presence around your area? If yes, do they have one? So things like are important. Also see the quality of the customer support, what kind of communication channels they have, what is the turnaround time. You can again check all the reviews we have done on more than 80-90 stockbrokers at our digital blogger with the respective videos. That probably will be able to help you out. Quality of research. Now tips and recommendations, do you need them? What's the quality of the accuracy they provide you? Performance of trading applications, now be it a mobile app or a web application or terminal software. How do this work? What's the speed? What kind of features they provide? What is the background of the stockbroker? How many active clients they have? How long they have been in the business? Are they profitable? How much complaints are being raised against the stockbroker? Again, we have set up different sort of videos and articles on our digital blogger and on our channel. You can get all kinds of information, or put your query in the comment section of this video. We will probably be able to help you out with that. So these are specific things you must be checking before opening a Demat account for yourself. Then the documentation part. So what exactly do you need to open a Demat account for yourself? You need PAN mandatory document. You can't open an account without it. You need an ID proof, which basically helps. The PAN card can help you with that itself. The address proof can be Aadhaar card, passport, ration card, driving license, voter ID, bank statement, electricity bill, rental agreement, college ID card with hostel address for students. Now these colleges and universities must be affiliated from specific boards. That needs to be taken care, but they can certainly work as an address proof. You need a cancelled check that has the details of your account, the account number, your name on the check, IFSC code and things like that. You need to have one or two passport size photos. Different stockbrokers have different requirements on that. Most of the times they might also want an income tax return from your end, if you are earning enough. If you are not earning, then probably you can discuss with the stockbroker you are looking to open an account with. So these are at a very high level the documentation required. Obviously there is a opening form, there is POA, there is terms and conditions document. Make sure to keep a copy for yourself. Once every document is validated, it is the responsibility of the stockbroker dispatch or send you an online or non-physical copy through email. All kinds of documents that you have signed, that's the responsibility of the broker that they need to comply with. Then how do you actually use a Demat account once you've opened it? Now there are several things that you need to take care of while you manage your Demat account. Now initially you might find this to be a cumbersome process, but with time you will start getting into the groove of managing these basic areas. Now this is important because your money, your bought security stocks are at stake. Now first and foremost, make sure that you read the terms and conditions mentioned in the Demat account opening form. It may sound boring, but give it an hour, like we mentioned earlier. Give it some time and probably understand and try to understand the kind of terms and conditions they have. Talk to the executive of the broker in case you have any confusion. Furthermore, we have talked about the POA, power of attorney document. Make sure that you don't sign everything that is mentioned there. Different stockbrokers design their POA on a different level. There could be few stockbrokers who can actually play with you on that. They can take the complete authority. They can even put a term that says that you as the Demat account owner does not have any authority whatsoever once you sign that document. So make sure you read every statement. POA is one of the most grayish documents that has no white and black clarity. Now, for example, few brokers have the tendency to play with the language written in the POA, and then the trader or investor might feel cheated later. Now, a broker may put in a clause of providing no DIS delivery instruction slips to the trader, while few may take it to a different level altogether, taking all the operations under their control. So be very sure. We have in fact set up a different video as well for this particular subject of how do you use the POA document. You can check that out on our channel. So this is the way you actually get to use your Demat account. And in the last section, we're going to talk about positives and negatives, pros and cons of opening a Demat account. We'll start with the negatives first. So while you open a Demat without a PAN card, it is mandatory to have a PAN card to open a Demat account. You need to understand how to make the best use of trading platforms on either a mobile phone or a laptop desktop. If you are not conversant with these things, well, you won't really be able to make huge profits. Investors and traders must understand specific terms and conditions laid out by the broker and not just blindly sign. That can actually be a repercussion later. Few stockbrokers always look for loopholes in the and play to their advantage against their clients. So thus be wary of the fact which broker you're going with, or you can actually cover suggestion as well with the kind of research we do. So these are the concerns. Let's see at the positive side of the picture. Your life becomes very easy when the shares you buy directly get saved into an electronic format based Demat account. Securities can be transferred easily and quickly, no hassle, no physical level requirement or labor there. Easy to maintain your securities, bonds and ETFs, no paperwork required. Transfer of securities requires no stamp duty, save of money. Odd lot problem gets taken care when you can buy or sell even one single share as well. No risk of theft, no risk of robbery or any wrongdoing. Transfer facility is much easier in case of a death on original account holder. And finally, the closing of Demat account is relatively easy as well. So these are the positives again. So you have to see, you have to understand this as well, that as long as you're going stocks in a dematerialized format, you need to open a Demat account without any doubt. So that is it. We tried to cover a lot of things about a demat, gave you a brief introduction, how it works, what are the things you need to take care of, what are the benefits or the negatives of it, how do you use the demat account. Now, in case you want to have a look at the detailed review of how basically a demat account works, you can check out this website link, digitalblogger.com/demat account/what is a demat account. In case you are looking to open a demat account for yourself, you can take our suggestion as well. We will help you out. In case you're a beginner or an experienced level trader, just use this link here, digitalblogger.com/free stockbroker session. Put in your details and your requirements. We will be able to help you out with a call back very soon. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go ahead and press the thumbs icon. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to our channel on YouTube along with other social media presences we have on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr and SlideShare, where we post content on a regular basis. Thank you so much again. Bye bye.